Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph, or Hbar if you will. And this one has been fairly interesting to hold as we do march forward on into almost November 1st. But today is a very key event for Hbar. Will we be seeing the daily close over 46 cents? I know that we have been waiting for it for a fairly long time. I actually said on Twitter, if we break 46 cents, watch out. And this is what we're paying attention to, right? We're not paying attention to the price action more so, right? The volume, the trade volume is up 87% almost. We're more so focused on holding above this point. We broke it a little bit, but again, we failed to break over and hold that. On the historical data, right, we actually haven't had a strong close over 46 cents since, I would say, wow, it's been a while, huh? I didn't think that it was this far along, but I guess it goes all the way back to around September 16th. It was when we closed above 47, almost 48 cents. But this was after we pumped up fairly high. So this was the decline in price, but you do see that the high made on this date was our all-time high that we're currently looking at, which is 56.76. Now, what allowed us to get to that point? Well, it's not simply the daily close over 46 cents. It's actually more so the daily close over 45 cents. So technically, it could be a 45 to 46 cent range to actually close over for us to get that nice impulse up. But that's what we actually need. And again, we did close over at this date, but we were in a solid decline. Now, we do see some of the daily close before we hit 45 and, whatever cents on the daily close. We did see 42 and almost 43. Right now on our current structure, we already did see 42 almost. So could we be technically repeating that pattern where we do see a nice solid close tomorrow, maybe over 43 cents, maybe over 44 cents, whatever the case may be? 46 cents would be strong. If we did close over 46 cents tomorrow for the daily and also the weekly candle close, that would be extremely bullish. Now, I don't know what our candle close was looking like back in February, and you might be wondering, well, why are you going all the way back to February? Well, this is the only time, excuse me, that we actually had a monthly and a weekly candle close. Now, we did see this was actually at 11.5 cents. Now, what ended up happening after this was in March, where we got some solid price action. This was where we started to really kind of see that nice movement happen. Now, of course, all of these are different in terms of the monthly candle close. In fact, we're seeing the monthly candle close be here at around 36 cents, almost 37 cents. But I'm expecting us to have a solid closing point on the weekly and the monthly. I think if we can get a strong close on that, actually above that 45 to 46 centile range, I think that that is going to be extremely bullish for us and will allow us to break out of that nice wedge that we're in. Now, before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I will be updating this website. I know I'm slacking on it. The videos are taking longer than expected. Like I said, I do apologize, but they will be coming out very, very soon this week. Probably tomorrow if I can get some time. If I can't, then it will be happening this week overall. But if you guys do want to get more crypto insights like my exit strategies, my personal trading strategies, all that kind of stuff, you guys could do so on here. There's a ton of content, as well as the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, which includes, massive gems that I've researched, how I research gems. It also looks into my exit strategies, my personal trading strategies, all that kind of stuff. It also includes all future products for free, as well as every single product on the site right now. So if you guys are interested to that, you guys could check out NCashOfficial.com. But with that being said, let's move on. So listen, I seen this tweet today, and shout out to Kevin Cage. We do see here a $1 Hbar might just be, the thing that allows for Coinbase to finally list it. And I've always said this. In fact, I quoted this today, and I said, I've always said this, the same situation that happened with ADA, soon Hbar will make its slingshot event to $1 plus, and a Coinbase listing will be inevitable. And that's the play out sort of pattern that always plays out on Coinbase. They list coins that already moved significantly. That's why I never FOMO into any asset that gets listed on Coinbase. In fact, I wait for them to drop when they're listed on Coinbase or on a major exchange, because a lot of people FOMO in and guess what ends up happening next, right? It falls. So, that's what I personally like to watch for is, that nice dropping point. So I'm still going to be expecting a nice drop on HBAR even when it does get a Coinbase listing, but of course we will see some FOMO happening, and I think that that's going to be very exciting, but I do 100% believe that this is in the books. Now we also see here, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is winning the ball game. Everything will be on Hedera, period. And when we're talking about this, right, first off, he works for a center. He's understanding the inside of, what's happening with the interledger protocols, the protocols in general for the fintech zones. A lot of them are probably talking about this massive innovation that's happening in the space. Now, of course, interledger protocol goes all the way back to XRP, but when we're talking about even Hyperledger, Hyperledger Pasu, all these major connections throughout the API scene, Accenture's on a lot of governing councils, or they are council members of major assets as well. So ultimately, when we're talking about Hedera being the main, foundation for a lot of these projects and pretty much everyday life, I do think that HBAR or Hedera has a high possibility of being the main focus point for a lot of building to take place on. So I'm very excited for this. And we also see a commenter saying Hedera is the digital highways and roads that goods, services, and data will run on, and the vehicles that run on it will be powered by HBAR. Most people, even seasoned crypto enthusiasts, do not realize this at all. Hedera already winning the enterprise game, and that is the gist of it. They are doing incredibly well within every single market that they are in, but don't take my word for it. In fact, let's look at this. Laugh out loud. Imagine when people realize how great Hedera is as an NFT ecosystem. Non-existent fees, nearly instant transactions, Filecoin integration, community grants, and the list goes on. We're thrilled to be this early to breakfast. And the best part about this is that we always look at other assets that are building NFT scenes. In fact, Solana's 10,000+% run, this bull run, was all from a major NFT platform that they built on their ecosystem. So when we're talking about HBAR, currently sitting at, number 36 in terms of market cap, just imagine when people realize the true potential behind a lot of the things that are being built on HBAR right now. But also we see a lot of things happening, in terms of use cases. In fact, we do see here the ServiceNow stack of Hedera or HBAR use cases are my personal favorite. A single Fortune 500 company generates billions of events within ServiceNow each year. Now dominates most of the enterprise. Nicola Adico, I hope that I said that name correctly. We need to tokenize software installs next. And I think that that is great. Now, this goes back to the e-procurement and with, ServiceNow. I think that this is great to see. This is huge use cases. These are huge markets. These are also massive companies. And this is generating billions of events. So, of course, billions of transactions are going to flow over this network very, very quickly. Now, I also want to show you guys this. Now, I've talked about this and I've discussed it, but I didn't really discuss how important this actually is. We are proud to have Hedera, Polygon, and Ethereum as the first 3 networks to be integrated into Hashport. Get ready to explore Hashport in 12 days. Now, this launches in 12 days, as you guys already know. I think that this is huge because when we're talking about interoperability, I've always discussed how important it is. In fact, we also see here, we are engaging an interoperability approach with the other marketplaces of Hedera network. This is why you will be able to resell your NFTs purchased on GoMintMe, for example, together for the success of the first green crypto NFT ecosystem. This is huge. This is massive, and this is all through interoperability. Now, you might be wondering, well, who cares about interoperability? Well, everybody, right? Interoperability is the main focus point of this market right now. A lot of CBDCs and a lot of main financial services and markets and even companies out there are looking for, NFTs. They're also, or I shouldn't say NFTs, interoperability within a lot of these spaces and markets. Of course, when we're talking about NFTs, interoperability is also a huge key factor because you do want to be able to pretty much transact with other networks. And I think that this is great to kind of move them, throughout other ecosystems or even markets in general. So this is incredible, but let's talk about interoperability for a second because we go back to the G7 public policies, and these are the principles for retail central bank digital currencies. Now, of course, we also see this is, talking about DLA Piper. I don't know why, DLA Piper actually pretty much allocated for a lot of the information in here. We actually can see that most likely down here. I don't know So here it is. Yeah, DLA Piper. This is the three individuals from the DLA Piper, which we already know is a GC member of Hedera Hashgraph. Fairly interesting to say the least. Now, of course, their major focus points are on a lot of things in terms of security and all that kind of stuff. We do see here Principle 1, any CBDC should be designed such that it supports the fulfillment of public policy objectives. Of course, whatever financial, stability and all that kind of stuff. Here's some more values in terms of the design and operation of it, of the rule of law and all that kind of stuff. Rigorous standards of privacy, accountability for the protection of users' data, and transparency on how information can be secured, all that kind of stuff. And of course, we do see here achieve trusted, durable, and adaptable digital payments. Of course, they're talking about fraud and all that kind of stuff. And they're also talking about coexist with the existing means of payments. Of course, accessible, all that kind of stuff. But again, when we're talking about interoperability, we want that in a lot of these. In fact, we do see our CBDCs should support and be a catalyst for responsible innovation in the digital economy and ensure interoperability with existing and future payment solutions. Interoperability allows for these massive connections to be made. Now, with Hbar, implementing a lot of interoperability throughout its network, I think that is huge. I think that once we get to the point where we need interoperability within these major use cases for CBDCs, possibly with MTech, I think that we already have that. Of course, from MTech's overall, white paper on Project New Dawn, they already said that Hedera Hashgraph is the trust layer of the internet, and it would work perfectly within the CBDC standpoint. And I think that is great to say the least, because it does prosper in all of these major policies from the G7 themselves. So I wouldn't, underestimate Hbar because it doesn't have any CBDC partnerships just yet, because it is partnered with huge banks, many banks in fact, and I think that they are the perfect choice for CBDCs actually. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about this. Keeps missing the play, and a lot of people are looking at assets to buy Solana or Luna, but they're not understanding the fact that first off, Solana's up 10,000% this year. Luna's up 6,431%. I'd rather invest into something like maybe XRP up 371%, or I come down here, and I see stuff like XLM up 189%. Or, even if you look at Hbar is only up 1,143%. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, dude, that's actually a significant percentage, but it's really not for what Hbar is really kind of accomplishing right now. There's a lot of things to really kind of talk about, and there's a lot of things to discuss with major features coming in terms of the NFT space, and a lot of building on the ecosystem that I'm very excited about. And if you guys are an Hbar holder, you should be excited about as well, because it is going to prosper us into a new age of massive technology within the space that is both disruptive and innovative for major markets, and also to allow massive money and transactions to flow over something like the Hedera mainnet. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are. It's beautiful. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.